about the state thing, right? I mean, we've heard all that. You know, everybody heard all, you know, about the whole state thing. You know, I mean, it's like, we're all excited. You know, she went, she got a bronze medal, yada, yada, all that. You hadn't heard the real story. The real story was Monday afternoon, she's in midair over the second hurdle when she had an incident with a runaway golf cart that had come off the football field. Oh yeah, this is like, you know those irrational things that wake you up at 2 o'clock in the morning that are just crazy things that come into your head that you only get back to sleep when you go, that's not possible. No one is going to run over my best hurdler with a golf cart. I mean, what am I, crazy? Oh, calm down, get back to sleep. No, this is like a coach's worst nightmare that, you know, your best hurdler on the way to the state meet has an altercation with a big motorized electric vehicle.
Oh, no.
Right? And is wrapped in ice and limping and covered in K-tape, and it doesn't look good. So we did a lot of physical therapy. I can't imagine how many pounds of ice was used in those 3 or 4 days. We loaded her up in the car and took her to the state meet.
Wow.
She hadn't run more than a little jogging and a little striding, but certainly hadn't been over a hurdle. I mean, so we get down there and, you know, I said, she's qualified in both hurdle events, you know, and we had a tough decision to make. And we made it in Panera Bread, and after breakfast, I know better than to try to talk anybody into something on an empty stomach. You know, it's better on a full stomach. And we were sitting there at the table, and I said, listen, I think you need to get in the blocks in the 100 hurdles, something she's very good at. And when the gun goes off, you need to take a step and you need to walk off the track. Because if you're going to hurt yourself, it's going to be in that race. Because it's 10 hurdles, 3 steps apart, as fast as you can go for 100 meters. And if you ever go to a track meet and watch that race, I mean, there's people crashing and burning all over the place that are well. You know, if I've got someone who's not well, it's not an event you'd roll the dice on. So it wasn't my decision to make, it was my suggestion to make. It was her decision to make, and she made the decision to do that. And she was probably about as happy about that decision as I was. You know, I was not happy that we had to make that decision. But we got to the meet that afternoon, and you know, I said, well, let's start our warm-up just by walking 2 easy laps around this field. And we went from there to, all right, let's jog a little bit. How do you feel? Good. All right, let's do some sprint drills. Let's do some strides. Let's go over a couple of hurdles. She's going over hurdles. I'm holding my cross. You know, give us a break here. She gets in the race. The gun goes off. We have no idea what's going to happen when she gets to the first hurdle. And the first hurdle, she's like hanging right with everybody else. And then the second hurdle, she's hanging with the crowd. And at the third hurdle, she saw this girl in front of her that beat her a couple of weeks ago. And she smelled blood in the water, and she took off. And she took off to, and your previous best, I think, was 46.99? Correct. 46.99. And in the prelims at state, she went 45.20, broke our school record.
Wow. And
won that prelim by about 10 meters. Yep. You know? And I'm like, well, that's just dandy, all right? So we're in the finals now. She got to the finals, warmed up, did a great job, got third for us, got a bronze medal, and, you know, I may get hit by a bus next week. I might live another couple of 100 years. I'm not going to forget it. Thank you.